Hey, this is Rick and welcome back to another DIY project. This is going to be a project that's been revisited. If you look back at my other video where I showed the pellet litter for your cat or whatever animal uses litter, how it clumps up and turns to basically the powder and it's easier to dispose of. I've kind of gotten even a little more environmentally friendly. Instead of using a plastic trash bag to throw this stuff away, I'm just using the regular litter pan, and then when I'm done with it, I just pour it in my trash and that's it. Let it get recycled, or you can compost it. When your cat or your animal urinates in the box, you'll see that it turns like a little bit kind of wet, as it's a little different color than the regular pellets. And you can just move that around. You can see it all just turns to powder. See, and then we'll show you here in the corner. Real easy to clean up. Doesn't stink. It just smells like the pine pellets. And like I said, go back and look at my other video because I showed you what pellets to get, and that'll give you a little more of an update. But this is going to be on a different box. I've had a lot of comments about like what size box we have here, and it's a pretty good size box because we have Maine Coon cats. And this box is measuring 22 inches long, 16 inches wide by 7 inches high. And I've tried to match that up with my new project, and I ended up grabbing Sterilite tubs. I'm going to put 2 of those together and we'll get to that build now. Okay, so now we're going to get to the build. So what you want to do is you want to take one of your dry pellets out of there, and you can see what they look like when they're in the dry form. And I'll show you, this is what I've come up with. These are about as close to the size as I can get for what I'm trying to achieve here. You can see they're pretty big, and they have nice heavy duty handles on them. And the other thing is, these have like weak handles on there. This has almost fallen out of my hands a couple times trying to dump it. And it's a shame because this thing was like over $30, I think, from the pet store for a tub like this. And these are going to come up even cheaper than that, and probably more heavy duty. I'm going to slide this over. And just to give you an idea, this is going to measure on the ID 14, 20 and a half, about 7 inches deep. And with the handles these have are nice because they're heavy duty and it's going to be easy to carry once it gets a little bit full. Now these are made by Sterilite. That's S-T-E-R-L-I-T-E. It's a USA made company, which is nice. What you're looking for is a Sterilite 32 quart. And they're just regular storage totes. They come with the lid. You can use the lid when you go to take your stuff out, to use litter out to the trash. So this is the idea. You're going to buy 2 of these. I think it was under maybe 20 bucks shipped, which is pretty cheap for what we're going to do. And you're going to stack them like that. So they're going to be pretty rigid once they're done. And your cat can get in there, do its business and everything else, no problem. But what I notice is when I stack them, there's going to be a little hollow point because the handles hit here. There's going to be a gap of at least an inch here at the bottom, which is exactly what I want. I want a little gap here in between where the tubs come together. Reason being, what we're going to do is we're going to make a sifting tub. And we're going to drill a series of holes all the way around here. Okay, now here comes the fun part. We're going to have to lay out some holes here. I'm measuring out about 15 inches this way and about 10 inches that way. And so that we don't lose the structure of the tub on the bottom, I'm going to use 1-inch centers. And I think that should be enough. 1-inch centers going across here and all the way through this tub will act like a screen and it'll work out perfect. Now, make sure you have a nice sharp 1/4-inch bit because you're going to have to press on it a little bit. I have what's called a step-down bit. You can get these from like Harbor Freight or Home Depot or any of your other big box stores. And these work out pretty good. You just put it in there like that, and it'll stop right when it punches through. So there you go. And the first step is about 1/4 inch, so that's going to work out fine for me. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll drill all these through here, and we'll come back. You don't want to watch me drill all those. Probably 1,000 holes. Okay, this is going to be the most monotonous part of it, drilling all these holes out. Okay, so we're plugging away here. About 1,000 holes. So be prepared for that. And if you can't stand on your feet for a long period of time, you may have to take multiple breaks like I did. But hopefully this is going to be well worth it when we're done here. And it'll keep our litter box nice and clean, which in turn will make our animals healthier. So they don't lick any of that powder off off of their fur. The nice thing about this drill bit is it clears out the plastic. All you gotta do is just gotta pull it if it gets stuck in there. And it makes a nice clean hole. And I believe you can get these bits online also. I'll look and see if there's a link on eBay or Amazon. They're not that expensive. I think they're under $10 and it's nice to have for your DIY projects. Okay, I'm getting a little tired, so I'm going to take a break. We'll come back. Alright, so here's a little trick. If some of the plastic doesn't quite cut through when you're using your bit, because the bit might get a little hot, flip it around this way and then drill in on the other side, and that'll clean out the hole for you. Almost acts like a reamer if you have some of that plastic that protruded through on the other side. Well, trust me, you may go a little stir crazy here drilling about 1,000 holes. But you'll get through it, and hopefully in the long run, you and your animal will be happy for it. In my case, it's going to be for our Maine Coon cat. He's a big boy, and he makes a little bit of a mess, so I'm hoping this will help us out a little bit more. So just go ahead and remount the rest of those, and we're almost done. See, those are turning out to be nice, clean holes. I'm a little anal. I put them on 1-inch centers. If you don't feel like lining them up, you can go ahead and drill just a series of holes in there if you want to. But I like the uniformity and laying them out so that they're nice and even. Okay, another trick. If you have a bunch of permanent marker marks all over your project, get yourself some acetone. You can get it from the hardware store or any hobby store or any of your big box stores. Just put a little of that on a rag. Basically all it is nail polish remover. And just go right over it. And all those marks will come completely off there. Now make sure before you use this for your pet that you thoroughly wash it out with soap and water. We don't want to leave any of that residual smell in there. And then we have some problems with them not using their box. But you can see that's taking it right off. Hopefully you can see it. I've showed this tip before in some of my other projects, my PVC projects. My bird feeders. But if you haven't seen those videos, then this tip is for you. Okay, you can see it's nice and clean. The marker came off, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this up with soap and water. Alright, so now we're back. Nice drilled holes there. You can see them all through. So this will be our top pan. Hi, buddy. Here's my cat Leo in the back here. So we put our bottom pan on there like that, and the top pan goes like this. And then we'll take the litter we already have from his box now and pour that in there. And you can see all that, it's like turns to sawdust once they pee. So what you do is you shake it back and forth like this. This could be your exercise for the day. And now you've got nice, good, usable litter that you're not throwing out with the powdered stuff. You can look at the bottom of there. You see all that down there? Now that could just be tossed straight in the trash. Some people take it out and compost it in their flower garden or out in the backyard, pour it alongside the house, whatever you want. Sometimes that'll keep critters away because they'll smell that urine from your cat, and that'll help too. So when you're done and you want to go dump that, take your lid, because now you got holes in the bottom of this thing, and just put it right on top of your lid while you go take this and throw it out or do whatever you got to do with it. Put it back in, you're good to go. So that's it. That's my sifting litter box. I hope you like it. I know it's going to be a little bit time consuming drilling those holes, but I think in the long run it's going to pay off. You got nice heavy duty handles now to move these things around instead of the flimsy handles that are on the original pan. So that's it. Hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, give me a thumbs up, give me some feedback. If you have any questions on my channel, go ahead and put it on there. I'll put links to this and other products that I use in my videos to try to help you with your project. Take care. Come on, Lee. Time to use your box, buddy.